Hi. I know I'm on here a lot. It's Mother's Day still, and I'm gonna walk. I have not walked, okay? And it's hot, so I don't know how long I'll last. Plus, who knows? I just don't seem to go as far these days. But maybe if I pace myself better. So did I say this is Lou? It's Sunday, it's Mother's Day. 2024. In the year 2525, if man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may find. Now here comes a truck going to run me over. Okay. You guys know that song? I can hear it playing in my head. So for that I don't know all the words, you know. I know it says something about take your son, take your daughter too, from the bottom of a long glass tube. I wonder if that's part of that song. I know that part of it is talking about test tube babies. You know, like we don't need to have sex anymore because they'll just raise them in the bottles. I have to go back and ask Alexa to play that song. Then I'll have to write down the different dates because they go through. If man is still alive, if woman can survive, they may find. Oh, I'm walking way too fast. Do. So I better slow down. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I stop. That breeze feels really good. Wow. Okay. Because it's a warm day. I think it might even be like 88 degrees or something. So the shade and the breeze coming through. And Matilda's dancing for me. Hi, Matilda. One of these days she's going to reach out and touch me. Say hi to the folks. Wave good. Can you see her moving, man? The wind is just picking her up and moving her around. All these different shades of green and brown. She's pretty. Okay. Do. Okay. Take your daughter too, from the bottom of a long glass tube. Whoa. What's the rest of it? I don't know it. Okay. It is one that I like, though. And here we are. It's 2024. Wow. You know, way back then it seemed so far away. But look at us. Here we are. Today. I've been trying to put some lines together for my card. I'm going to make an introduction card. Basically, you know, introduce people to my channel. And hope they'll give a ear. Give a little listen. You never know. Answers come from the strangest of places, you know. Do. All right, I want to show the tree, but the sun keeps shining through. Look at that tree. Isn't she pretty? The breeze is blowing in her too. Do do do. Okay, enough of that until I find some words. So Motown, I like Motown. I like disco music. I like any kind of music that makes me want to move. Not the headbanging stuff. I liked Metallica. Okay, I did. When you got a good sound system, it makes all the difference in the world. But I don't have that now. I need to do something about that. Need to enjoy. You guys need to enjoy the simple pleasures of life, like some beautiful music. And look at what we have today. We can just say, Alexa, play. Wow. And there it is. Just plays lickety-split, man. Sweet. Okay. Because I know everybody's the same way. We all got our favorite songs. That Girl by Stevie Wonder. I love that. And it was during a time, it has to do with things going on in your mind. Someone's delivering something. I see cellophane. It's Mother's Day, so things be happening. Should have probably went and put flowers on Mother's grave. Told her Happy Mother's Day, huh? Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Really, where is the spirit world, It could be right there. They could almost be reaching out and touching you. Just thought, Matilda's really dancing. Okay. If you can see her. Usually when I'm trying to show it, it doesn't show. Come on, Matilda, give us a little dance. She's pretty cool. Her shape is about perfect. And she would be laying on the ground if they weren't, if they hadn't trimmed her. Going up. Perfect Christmas tree. This side seems to be, no, she's still beautiful. Beautiful tree. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Oh. Yeah, tonight is the night the garbage goes out. I bet there's hardly anything. They didn't come this week to mow the grass either. So it's like every other week for right now. But the point I said that for is because they put the grass in my garbage can. And there really should be a recycling garbage can for grass. For grass, really. Because that stuff can be recycled. Maybe it'll still be part of the landfill. It'll be okay. At least it will biodegrade, right? I hope you guys can hear me. I'm not the best at talking, and I don't like it when I can't hear. And part of it is my phone. I'm sure it is. My speakers are not quite right. If I put my earphones in, the wired ones, that I got with the phone, if I put those in my ear, then I'm going to hear really good. So I'm counting on the fact that you guys will be able to hear really good. I sure hope so. Yeah, there's cars on my road now. You guys stop it. It's my turn. I'm not sure what time it is. I should be checking those things out. It is probably around 4 or 5. That's a probably. Well, someone said something about this. I mean, I saw another tree that looked like this, except it was big. This one right here. They said it was a tree and that it was a maple. I want to say a Chinese maple, but I don't know. All the little purple flowers are gone. This is where the little purple flowers were. We need to mow the grass. It's a nice little place. These are nice houses. Really. You got a nice sized lot. A nice house. However, you know, everything has its advantages and disadvantages. I like living away from the crowd, but then I don't like being so far away from the amenities, you know, the things that we take for granted. It's a good thing I don't think about those things, because I'd be over at Taco Bell all the time. Taco Bell or whoever. Anyway, it's time to be getting some plans made. Travel plans. Time is flying by, so probably should have already been done. Meaning I did not see my family last year that I remember. I guess what I did, I saw you guys Christmas. Not this last Christmas, but the Christmas before. It seems like a long, long time ago. Because it was a long, long time ago. I gotta get out of the sun. Yes, the shade is nice. See their backyard here. They've got these wind trees that are going way up high. Then on the other side of their house over there, they've got that humongous tree. I put it on my video Monday. I picked over the, because you can see the trunk. You can see the trunk really good. But in here they've got, it looks to me like they, I don't know what that is, if that was a garden, because they've got T-posts and stuff. But then they've got the windbreak. See, so there's trees all the way around. It's really nice. And I could go over there, get that tree. Yes, I'm fascinated with trees. So here's the place where the squirrels were. Squirrels were tripping through there. See, can you see the trunk over there? If there's a way to make your screen bigger. Probably not. Yeah, I would like to go to the Ozarks. I want to see some beautiful trees. Maybe even sit in one, you know? Standing in the moonlight. Such a natural delight. Dancing in the moonlight. Well, that's a nice song to come up in my head, huh? I must be feeling pretty nice. We get it almost every night. And I'd be dancing in the moonlight. What's the rest of it? I have to look both words up, so I don't know if it's Dancing in the Moonlight. What's the name of this song? It was talking about afternoon delight, I believe. See, I was talking about afternoon delight not long ago. So there, here comes this song in my head. the file, what do you call it? I used to be a file clerk. You know, you go and search for the file that hits with what's going on. Okay. That is what it says. I think he said we get it on most every night. Nah, I don't know the rest, but we're gonna find out. That tree looks like it needs a lot more leaves. Wonder why. You guys probably couldn't tell if I showed you. And that's Dad's tree. Okay, check it out. So you see there's a whole lot of dead looking branches. Those little branches coming through that don't have leaves on them. What's the deal? See what I'm saying? Maybe it's just going to get its leaves, you know, later, or maybe there's a bunch of dead stuff. I cannot tell. All I know is the leaves on that tree over there are full and vivacious and nice. And that one is not in that shape. Not doing that well. I'll show you some more. I mean, there's leaves and stuff, but you see what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of bare branches, little branches, that I think should have leaves. All right, I'm gonna walk a little bit more as long as I can handle it. I did take a BC powder. Maybe that's gonna help my back feel better. I took it for my head, but it works on everything. So I'll take it. Because I was gonna take a pain pill, but I never did. I always forget to go back there when I'm thinking about it. So, as long as I can do without them, that would be cool, right? But BC powder works pretty good. And it is my go-to for headaches. But you know what? They didn't tell me not to do it, but I bet I better not be doing that. That will have to be the last. Dang it. When I had surgery last time, I couldn't take any aspirin because it's a blood thinner. And BC powder is aspirin. And I just took one. So I will not be able to do that anymore for a while. BC powders, aspirin. I never understood it, but someone said, okay, the surgeon said he didn't want me taking it because it robs you of your platelets. And then I was asking somebody the other day, what is platelets? What does that mean? You know, the guy said it a year and a half ago or so. But I was just wondering. Because you don't want to be taking it all the time if it's going to rob you of your platelets. If your platelets are vital to like repairing things, your blood clotting, I don't know. I'm not sure what that does. So, don't be habitual, if that's the right word. You know, they do say sometimes that your body will create a pain so that you will go and get the pain reliever because they want it. You understand? A lot of us don't really understand that habit thing. and that addiction thing. And part of it's your body. It's not even, well, I guess it's your head. Somebody's telling you gotta have it. So, and it's, these trigger things are going off on your body. Maybe they're telling your head. I really don't know. All I know is, in some instances, I can believe it, where, like the BC powder, because if I get a headache and I know it's coming, I immediately go for the BC powder. And then I know for a fact it's gonna work. So it seems like right after I take it, it isn't long after I take it, then I've forgotten about the pain. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully no one will run me over on the road here. Silver GMC. Anyway, I'm gonna turn around. Turn around. Okay, so. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of my heart, or our heart, is the only sound. Look at the way we gotta hide what we're doing. 'Cause what would they say if they ever knew? Running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hand, trying to get away into the night. You put your arms around me, and we stumble through the night, and then we say, I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I was listening to the music that's playing right there. Okay, that's enough of that. I kind of have to flow with what's going on in my head, so I don't know the words until they come out. So it's a trip. And yes, my legs, I probably should go in here in a little bit. Let's see, 22 minutes. My throat's getting dry anyway. So, by the time I get back to the house, it'll be 25. So yeah, I entered high school in '69. So I was still a young pup. Very much a member of the church, because we lived our life in that organization. So great for raising children. Always lots to do for every different age group. I played basketball, I played softball, I went to a dance festival. I participated in a dance festival. I was in a play once. They called them road shows. Anyway, I participated in a lot of things. Hi, guys. Hello, little puppy. Hi. They be walking on the sidewalk. I'll be walking in the street. But that's the walking crowd that just went by. 2 sets of 2. So where was I? Oh. I pray everything goes okay. You know, I forget to pray about that. But I do. I figure he knows. I know he knows. And I've told him a bunch already. So, don't want to bug him too much. Sometimes the squeaky wheel, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, but it might be done without wanting to do it, because that happened with Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon. When he was translating the Book of Mormon, he got so much of it done in the beginning, and this guy, I don't know all the details, so I shouldn't say, but anyway, this guy that was really backing Joseph Smith, okay, I think he even gave him money for printing. I'm not positive, and I can't remember his name, but he was prominent. Anyway, his wife was having a fit. She wanted to see these records. She wanted to see what they had been doing. Martin Harris, I wonder if that's his name. Martin Harris comes to mind. I bet it is. Anyway, he might have funded the printing of the Book of Mormon. But anyway, that first part that was, Joseph prayed about it, and he got his answer was no. But he still continued on. So then he let him do it, knowing full well that they weren't coming back and they would be tampered with, and etc. So that whole first part of the work that Joseph did, we don't have, because that part was sealed up. So, and from what I understand, a lot of things were probably repetitious, because the gospel is the gospel, and if it's going through history and going through what all happened, am I saying my words right? Do you understand? Like, they said nothing would be lost with the first part being gone, although I would really like to see the first part, because the brass plates had to do from the beginning of time, from Adam and Eve down. And so I would like to have some of that. I want to, and actually a part of it is Joseph Smith translated 5 books of Moses, okay? And so there's some things in that that's pretty interesting. And I read that part of it anyway. I'm not sure if I ever finished Moses. I don't think I did. I need to do that. Anyway, I wonder where I left off. Gee willikers. Anyway, the 5 books of Moses are in the Pearl of Great Price. That's the book they're in, okay? And the Pearl of Great Price is a book called Moses. And it's very interesting, because see, when Joseph Smith translated it, he did it with seer stones, okay? The seer stones showed him what was real. All of the stuff that needed to be said, whereas things were left out in the Bible. But oh my, quite interesting, the things that are in Moses. And then there's another book in there called Abraham. Abraham is from some papyrus that found its way into Joseph's hands while he had the seer stones. Now, I'm not sure if it was while he had the breastplate with the seer stones, or because he had another one. He had just a single one, too. Like my little white stone, the Urim and Thummim, it constitutes seers and revelators, which Joseph Smith was ordained to that, okay? And foreordained also. And I think I am too. See, that's just hitting my head. Foreordination. I read something that said foredesignated, or foredesignation. In other words, it's something similar to what I'm trying to say. There's the doggy up yonder. Foreordination, like Jesus Christ was foreordained to be the Savior of this world. Okay? And I read something, I don't know if that was today, that said, what did it say? I just had a car almost, like, you're in my way. I'm glad I wasn't further out the road. So what was I going to say? Must not really matter. Hope I don't lose my voice. I would really like to gain my voice back. I hope that's possible. I smoked so many years. I'm surprised I had a voice. But that's what happened to it. And I explained that the other day, you know, about timing myself. I was lighting up a cigarette every 15 minutes. It took 7 minutes to smoke it. So that leaves 8 minutes out of the 15, right? So what did I do? I went and found my pot and smoked that too. So I was either smoking cigarettes or pot all the time if I had it, okay? So what I'm really trying to say is I robbed myself of all that oxygen that I needed. I poured all that carcinogens from the cigarettes in my system, and then I smoked pot on top of that. Pot might have made it so I had an expectorant because it makes you cough. Might make you cough up some crap that you wouldn't have. I don't know. That's not a very nice subject, is it? But some of you understand that. Anyway, look at Matilda. Look at Matilda. Keep going, little girl. Yep, she's a dancing up there. And so is that one. I don't know that you can see that. Anyway, it's okay. I am gonna, I need to, I don't know if I am gonna. I need to settle in and start doing some shorts off of the videos I already have made. I need to go back with pen and paper and write some hashtags that go with the video so I can go back and edit that and then make some shorts that'll draw people to it. Some of them are really good, okay? And they are flying by the seat of my pants. I mean, it's whatever. So if something wonderful happens during the hour and a half that I'm talking, it is of the Spirit. And it's not going to hit everybody. It's going to hit those it needs to. You understand? That wind's making quite a racket. It's a pretty tree over there too. So, I really hate to stop, but I think I better. Let's see how far I went when I get up here. I have to stop in order to see, so. But I know that, okay, 30, oh wow! Okay, I could have stopped right then. It was 333, okay? 33:37 is what it was when I looked at how long it had been. So, earlier, I did a video, and I stopped it when Dad knocked at my door, and it stopped right on like 4333. It was Trip. So it makes me happy because those are my numbers. 333s. Okay, I'm going to the house. I hope it's cool. Oh, that's so much better. So much better. Dad's had the heater on instead of the air conditioner. In other words, there's heating and cooling. He's had the temperature up and the heat on. It feels great, Papa Bear. It feels good. I can tell the difference. And cool air feels good. Okay, let's see what's going on in here. Oh. Yeah, I'm heavy. I got a really dry throat. That's what's going on. Okay, hold on. Okay. I did make my vegetables today, and then I put egg in it, and then I melted cheese on top. So here, can you see that? Kind of dark in here. So that's mushrooms and onions and bell pepper and mushrooms, onions, bell pepper. It's something else, but I don't know what it is. Then I put tomato in, so maybe that is something else. I cut up a Roma tomato in it and sauteed that, because that's good for fighting prostate cancer, so I imagine it's good for fighting my cancer too. I think they might have even mentioned breast cancer, but they were focusing on prostate cancer when they were talking about the tomatoes. But anyway, so I made a bunch of vegetables this morning. And then I pulled them off to the side and I put some in the pan with some scrambled. I made two eggs and some of the concoction. And so it cooked all together, and then I melted cheese on top of it. It's pretty good. That way you're getting your protein, and you're getting mushrooms and onions and bell pepper. Oh my. And I'm gonna have some. I took part of mine and left it for Dad. But he already had his. So good. Really. Very good. Where you at? See the onion hanging down? Delish. Okay, I didn't walk very far, but it's gonna have to do, unless I decide to go again before dark, because it's still really hot. And it's good for us to sweat, but I'm not enjoying it. Not really enjoying sweating. I probably shouldn't have this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. I'll turn this light off. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna go lay down. Okay, babe. John Wayne might have something coming on, huh? Just look and see what's playing. Oh, I know, so I gotta get in front of the fan. But it is nice. It is really nice out there. I should have my door open. I think I will. Need an air conditioner in the window. See, it makes it so that you can't hear me very well. But, okay. So we'll see. How did I do today? I probably ought to shut this down, huh? I'm a little crazy. Facebook, Mary, you have a new friend request that you may have missed. 5 superfoods transform your brain, health, and well-being. So I need to look at that. That's from Dr. William Li. Oh, come on, come back here. New subscriber. I love that, you know. Sometimes they get on and then they go back away. So I don't know if it's them going away or someone else going away. I do know that there are things that would cause somebody to leave. And I would hope that you would stay. But even if you're not a subscriber, come back. And just check on me, see what's going on, okay? See, sometimes I do a whole bunch of videos like today. And so then you get a whole bunch of notifications. You get a notification every time I put up a video. So if you don't want my notifications, but you don't mind checking on me every so often, you don't have to be a subscriber. Just have an account, which is just a name and a password. So I hate to see, I see new subscribers and I love that. I just hate to see them go. But I can understand. Some people are not going to want to hear about marijuana. Some people are not going to want to hear about Jesus Christ. And I'm doing both. I believe in Jesus Christ. And I believe in marijuana. And I also believe that there are people out there destroying lives over baloney. There's such a stigma, all kinds of things. At least, and I don't know, I want to say 28 states it's legal, but how many states does that leave where it is not? And I thought I saw where the federal said to heck with it, they're not messing with it anymore. I hope that's what I saw. But they don't let us know everything. They got a big money racket, money market, money racket going on. And we the little guys suffering over it. Anyway, it's nice to be able not to be harassed over it. And to have to worry that you're a criminal because you partake of the peace drug. Oh my. And what about free enterprise? Why does the government think they can get their little hands into everything? We can't have nothing, they get it all. Really, that's what's going on, people. And we are the people. That's the great ideal. Anyway, don't get me wrong, I love this country, but this country is in a world of hurt. Really, it is. And we're a part of it. And we're just going along because we feel like we need to, going along trying to pay our bills and do what we need to do to get along in life, and month by month goes by, and our children grow up, and the next thing you know, they're off to war. Repeat and repeat. Let's repeat this cycle all over again. We need to do something about it. Lord knows what that is. But serious, we need to stop the cycle of what's going on. We're ruining lives every minute of the day. Maybe not in the place where we live, because we're lucky enough we live where it's legal. But there's a lot of harassment going on because of such a thing. It's amazing to me. And really, when you get right down to it, like I've said, we got bigger fish to fry than our drug war. The drug war, you're not going to win. In fact, you just make it worse. You need to go after the real criminals. And that would be the abusive people, and those people might be on drugs, okay? Not every drug user is abusive. I need to come up with that analogy, because I use it all the time. Let me see if we can just go back. Every drug user is not a drug abuser or a person abuser, but every one of the big things is a drug user. Does that make sense? Not every one of the ones that partake are big time, lost their life over it type of thing. Or they're managing anyway. I'm still not going to get it out. So, like you got your little person doing very little, just, what would you call that, recreational? And then you got your person over here that can't live without it, that's a mess. So the one that can't live without it, that's a mess, he's a drug user and a drug abuser. Whereas the little guy just partaking a little bit is a drug user, but not an abuser. Does that make sense? Because I know I had a hard time saying that. Anyway, that was only one analogy that fits the thing. Whereas, not everyone is this, but every one of this is that. Now, I understood that, but I don't know if you did. And yes, I'm in my dark room. You probably can't see me very good. I took a BC powder because, man, my head was starting to give me fits. And I went over and I put this bandana on. And it helps a lot. But I'm wondering if I shouldn't put on a tighter one. I have a bag with several bandanas in it that are already tied. Different colors. I need to go get some more colors, though. I want some different colors. But I like bandanas. I like scarves around my neck. I like the choker. I want to wear a choker. Not one for you to kill me with, you know, but I like the look of a choker. So I need that. I want that. Don't have to have it, but I'd like to have it. And I like leather. So leather straps, braided straps for a choker, that'd be cool. Hippie, bohemian, whatever. The boho. I love the long skirts to the floor. And I love the blousey sleeves. And the blousey shirt with a V cut down in the middle here. See, I'm designing a shirt that I need to make. So it has real puffy sleeves, long sleeves down to the bottom, and then you have like a piece of trim all the way around. That's your cuff. And then you have a ruffle out of the same material sewed around the end. So you have like a swashbuckler shirt, like the pirates wore, like they wore in that movie. I love that. I love those clothes, and I can make those. When I was a kid, I used to alter clothes, okay? So I had this dress once, and I'm not sure what my age was, okay? I was at least entered into high school. I had a dress that it was kind of straight, and then it got down to where my hip was, and then it was a pleated skirt all the way around, okay? It was pleated, stiff. It was chocolate brown. And then it had short sleeves. I don't know if I told you that already. So it had short sleeves, and the bodice was tight to the body. I mean, it was cute, but what I did was I took those sleeves off, and I found some chocolate chiffon type material. I don't know if it was chiffon, but it was like a see-through, okay? It was a see-through, real pretty chocolate that matched the dress. So I made those kind of sleeves and put into my dress, okay? And then I took the skirt off and made it A-line. I got rid of the pleats and then cut it and made it an A-line. So I had a tight to the bodice, not super tight, but tight to the bodice style. And when it got down to my hips, and I had an A-line skirt that was added on instead of pleats, okay? So then I had the nice see-through, billowy blouse sleeves, like the swashbuckler. Beautiful. So anyway, I made that. I designed that and I made that. And I bet I was, 15 maybe? So I think 14 is 8th grade. So I was 15 when I was doing that. But I used to do that. Take clothes and change them into something else. So it's a nice gift. So you people, you children out there, you should be learning how to sew. Boys and girls should be learning how to sew so that you can take care of yourself. Alter your clothes when you lose weight. Leave enough there so that you can take that back out when you gain weight. It's just a thought. Anyway, I used to make my clothes. I did. And I loved velvet, so I used velvet. And here I am with these glasses on. I like to talk, don't I? So I know, I should probably stop talking. But these hot flashes are driving me crazy. One minute I'm hot, next minute I'm not. A fan, thank goodness for a fan. You people out there that don't stop and think. I mean, I know I went through a period of time where I was hotter than you know what and didn't have no fan. Didn't have an air conditioner. How stupid was that? I mean, I don't know that I even thought about it. But I should have, because it was freaking uncomfortable. And I'm talking way before I ever had hot flashes. I'm talking just living in the heat, you know. And you can put a fan in the window and put cardboard around it if you need to shut the window up. But there's a way to make life better. You just got to think about it sometimes. I mean, really. So, I need to do some wall yoga and chair yoga. I need to do some curls. I got to do something to try to look younger. You know, nothing like waiting until you're 70 to try to look younger. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm kind of hanging out loose in my room, but I got a fan on me right now, so that's cool. And it is getting dark enough to go turn on the lights and stuff. Anyway, there's a lot happening this week. And I'm not sure how I'll be at making videos and how my recovery will be. He made it sound like it's going to be a lot easier than the first surgery, so that's really cool. You see, that last surgery, I ended up having that sciatica problem, and oh my goodness, that about killed me over. I did really good, I think. I was up walking and stuff, and then that happened. And when I described it to the doctor, he said he thought it sounded like sciatica, and that if it was, it would go away in a couple of weeks. Well, it took longer than a couple of weeks, but it did finally go away. Thank God. Because, I mean, that was like straining a muscle all the way through my body, through my whole leg, up my buttocks, and into my back. This whole stretch of thick meat was pulling. I was like, wow. It hurt like you know what. I gotta sit up. So anyway, yes, it's getting dark. I should turn on the light so I'm not in the dark. Very good advice. That which I told my daughter once. That's what spurred on my paper that I wrote. So I'm gonna turn on the light and let's see what happens here. Give us a whole different shade. And I'll shut this door. And I do have a headache, so it's not taking care of my headache, because it should be gone by now. But I'm not stressed, I'm doing well. So for this appointment tomorrow, gotta make sure I'm up and ready to go and over there. Gotta be there inside at 8:45. And then I have an appointment at that time with an oncologist, I believe. And so they're probably going to be talking to me about that other pill. I haven't made my mind up about that. I really should find that paperwork and try to read it. It's just my head doesn't want to do that. I need something. I need something to make my head stop hurting. And Dad used to always get cottage cheese with pineapple in it, okay? Really good stuff. And when I'd get a headache or something, I could take a couple of tablespoons. You know, use teaspoons, okay, but I could take just a little amount and take care of the problem. Whereas, you know, when you're eating crackers, I used to eat crackers to try to make the headache go away. But that's really empty calories, like someone said. My sister Nancy said that to Mother once. And see, then I realized later on, after going through it myself, that Mother was just trying to get rid of that sick, nauseous feeling. Saltine crackers helps with that. But nothing was helping. And I took a couple of spoons of that cottage cheese with pineapple in it. And it went away. It took care of that sicky, icky, nausea feeling. I don't know if that's how you say it. Nausea feeling. Sickness to the tummy and the head. they took that away. So every once in a while, more than every once in a while, I'll get that feeling, okay? So something that I can target fast, that'll help. So I like to have that in the fridge, and I haven't been able to find it in quite a while now. And I even ask them to please try to order it in, because sometimes if you've already taken the last one and the person's come along to order, they don't order it because they don't see it. So I called someone's attention to it, 2 people, and they ordered it. They said, we've ordered it. It's done. But then I still can't find it there. So I need to find another store that has it, I guess. Or there's some reason they've stopped carrying it. The pineapple just makes it where you can handle the cottage cheese. I'm not really a cottage cheese fan. I am and I'm not, because I am a texture type person. I like textures. I like the texture of the cottage cheese person. And I don't like my voice going up and down. But anyway, the texture of the cottage cheese. For some reason I like it. But I need the pineapple in it because that gives it the sweetness it needs. It's not a whole lot, but it is some. I don't know if that's real pineapple or not. So that's something to look into. It's amazing they'd even go to the trouble to make artificial stuff. You know, like I've heard that in rice, there's plastic in rice. And so when you put your rice in your pot of water, you watch for the floaties and take those off. Because the rice is heavy enough it won't float. So that's a good way to do that. But why do these people do stuff like that? We shouldn't be swallowing no plastic. Really shouldn't be drinking those bottles. I mean, it's also convenient. And I have started using, and I'm sure you've seen it, I'm using old Dr. Pepper bottles, filling them up with Brita water and drinking them. But I think maybe the plastic has a problem after a little while. Maybe it's not a good idea. I don't know how to say that, but it's like it's got a smell to it. Like a mildew smell or some kind of smell. Not sure how to say what it is. But it makes me wonder if I should be using it. Okay. Was it saying it'd be good to have the glass bottles, but then you got to worry about the glass breaking. But you know, if you could put your clean water in glass instead of the plastic, that'd be cool. And if you had a screw lid, so you can screw it on and off. I really like to be able to screw the lid on and off. So those 16.9 ounce bottles that are plastic for Dr. Pepper and Pepsi, I rinse those out and then I just keep putting the Brita water in it and putting it in the fridge. I know that in the past it was saying not to leave the water bottles in the sun. That was probably before. I don't know about the, what is it, BPA? I don't know what that is, but it's something that's toxic. So when they say no BPA, that's a good thing. But there was a time they didn't know that that was a bad thing, the BPA. So, anyway, definitely need to take care of myself tonight and get to bed early and be ready for that appointment in the morning. And I don't know, we might need to remind Uncle Joe so that he knows. Okay, so we're at 59:01. I know, I just ramble on. I don't even know if there's anything good in this video except for come walk with me, okay? I think I walked at least a half an hour, close to it. But right now, we're just about at an hour. It's 59.24. I ought to stop it on 33. I want to say goodbye, y'all.